I'm Brandon, Therapeutic Fragrance. Glad you guys clicked on the channel for the review. This is a little picture of my fragrance journey studying compositions. Currently, I'll keep you up to date and kind of what I'm into and doing. Right now, I'm just going through fragrances, learning composition, self-teaching myself, researching for myself, just kind of an overview on that. Today, I'm wearing Chris Collins' new house for the channel, Harlem Nights. He provides an atomizer, nice little sample bag. We'll get to his stuff later. I've had it before all this madness, but they're just some things you got to spend more time with than others, and this is one house. Anyways, today we're doing first time with Van Cleef Arpels, from the Extraordinaire collection, Precious Oud. Stay tuned for the review. Check out what I got about my opinion on this one. All right, simple details out of the way. This is launched 2011 out of France. $75 for 75 ml. You can find this on discounters. Eau de Perfume format. Nose on this one is Amandine Clerc Marie. It retails for €130, just so you guys know. 4.08 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Notes on this include bergamot, pink pepper, incense, jasmine, tuberose, patchouli, oud, sandalwood, vetiver, and ambergris. Always got to give a pause for the oud. Let's get into the fragrance. Trying to make the details more quick. Most of you guys don't want it, but in a review, I think some of that's necessary. Especially year plays a lot into these. Some of these are loved, but there's a lot more modern takes that I put my nose on that kind of date others. And I've been having trouble with a couple coming up in the community. And I'll explain more there, but year is important to mention and pay attention to in fragrances. Stuffiness in my nose is allergies. I get allergies a couple times a year. The very end of May, first week of June, ever since I moved to Portland area. And then just like the first season change, blossoms last for like a week. So you guys are going to catch it all week this week. The Van Cleef Arpels House Accord, very sweet, very light. You can tell they're aid. I'm guessing they're aid. I got to put my nose on more of the fragrances, but it's just an accord that builds a sweet fragrance I haven't smelled before. Usually that's what houses want to do in all their perfumes. If you like them, you pick the notes you like. On top of that, we explained this many times. Here we have Oud in the name, so there's going to be some critiquing for Oud in the name. This channel, Oud's a big focus on the channel. And it's, again, misunderstood ingredient. Everything that's in the market that says Oud, i.e., as far as the mall, walk into the mall or your fragrance discounters, anything that's made it to fragrance discounters that has Oud on it is a misrepresentation of what Oud is. There are a couple on the market that I have not seen on discounters that you can get real Oud from, and I've talked about it on the channel, and start to represent what Oud is. Anyways, Oud is in the name, so I want to put my nose on it and see what they're doing about it. They do a big marketing spill. That's why I'm talking about it here on their website of what Oud is, educating people what Oud is. I've mentioned this. I've done marketing my whole career. I'm not into hyperbole. When you talk that much education and put that, it's on their site. If I put the link below, you'll see. If not, you can look it up. Hopefully this and other people talking and taking it down. But you're presenting that the real thing's in there. And then when people go see what the real thing costs, like there's this big confusion in the market. And I've spent a year educating myself and diving through the load of crap that's out there and part of it is this. If the company wants to go head to head, I'll show them some perfumes that have Oud versus theirs. And let's go head to head. I'll break out my 40 oils. As long as they'll do a video, I'll put it on my channel. I mean, let's go toe to toe and you know, a synthetic Oud Accord that you can buy in a synthetic bottle. That's crap, man. Don't try to educate the market like it came from the tree and it was distilled, and all the care that goes into the people that actually do that. It's not fair. So, okay, that rant for Van Cleef Arpels, I was surprised to see that. I couldn't believe I saw that. And so I smelt it to give it a fair shake. Now we'll get into the perfume. This is about the juice and me doing my place to educate people on Oud. Yeah, it's crap what they're doing. I hate that they're doing it. If you're educating people like that about Oud, you darn well better have a good dose of Oud in your product so you can actually tell the story, the real story of the oil, the story that lots of people are breaking their backs to tell. Putting synthetics in your perfume with the even the littlest drop of Oud where you can't even tell that just to say your gas machines has it. I would say there's zero in here, but for marketing purposes, I know I would like, hey, just put like nothing in there. So if they do run it through the test, that something will pull up. But I played with Oud so much, I don't smell any Oud in this. Maybe original versions had it. We know about reformulations, but reformulate your marketing also. That's what I'm asking. All right, fragrance compared to the notes, perfumer. There is a gourmand accord that stayed from beginning to end. I'm guessing that's a house accord. Lovely, great. I love the aid that they're pushing forth. Opens with a slight bergamot, citrus opening soft, with the aromatic being provided by a pepper that hits on the spot, not heavy, just right. This transitions into an incense of jasmine to one of the most sweetest tuberoses I've ever smelled. I don't know if that's the accord making it sweet or whatnot. Different tuberose. I like it. Very, very sweet. The patchouli note used is perfect. It never comes out over the top. It provides just enough push against the sweetness of the fragrance and gives it that earthiness without becoming overbearing. Just a nice patchouli note underneath the fragrance. The next transition, you can start to see the Oud Accord come into play and just give it a slight animalic with the sweet fragrance. Lovely transition, lovely fragrance. Love the use of the Oud Accord in this. Just take the Oud out of the name and use the Oud Accord to play with it. It's great what the Oud Accord, synthetic Oud Accord can do. The animalic it can add, especially against the sweetness of fragrances like this and sweet florals. It's just a perfect masculine, feminine balance, pushing this to a perfect unisex fragrance. Especially when the fragrance was so sweet for the first 90 minutes. A strong transition like this is right up my alley. I can put up with sweet gourmands like this when they transition into something like this. It's a pleasurable wearing. That's what I look for in my personal fragrances, my personal collection, are transitions like this that give you strong points of something and then turn into, gives you sweet, dirty, animalic, all that. That's what I'm looking for in my collection when I buy bottles of perfume, is these kind of transitions. And it looks, major props to Perfumer for this. You can smell the Sandalwood Ambergris push up. The Oud also provide more of an air quality. It is the butter sandalwood that's lovely in this. I'm guessing it's the synthetic version of that also, as it doesn't melt with the skin like a natural wood, but that's okay. The aromatic of the sandalwood is fine with the Oud. Another transition to dry down. Overall, in the dry down, it gets a little powdery and incense vibe to it, a powdery incense with that same sandalwood and ambergris accord there as the Oud kind of burns off in the dry down on my wearing. Very good overall composition. Top, heart, base, all transitions. They're very contrasted transitions, which I look for in my perfumes. Overall, it's good. My only critique is in the talk I gave. I'm annoyed companies pushing the Oud thing. But take that out. This is a great fragrance. Good composition, nice transitions. The vetiver help keep that patchouli at bay and provide just a little bit of aromatic at the dry down. But overall, that's what I have for Van Cleef and Arpels. Precious Oud. Scoring on this one: addictiveness, originality, and branding. 5 out of 15. They took a hit for the marketing I found on their website. Projection sillage, 4 out of 5. Longevity, 4 out of 5. Composition, 20 out of 25. Ingredients, 18 out of 25. Top, heart, base. Top, 7 out of 10. Heart, 3 out of 5. The base, I ended up loving 9 out of 10. Final score is 70. Sample this for yourselves, guys. It's cheap on discounters. I judge it full retail at the ingredients price, the ml. But at that price, it gets a huge jump. If that was the price, go to my Royal Oud on how I feel about perfumes being 50 to 60% off. All right. Who, what, when, where? I see this as a daytime fragrance all year long. Who I see wearing this one? Joel McHale. How many sprays? 3 to 5. That's what I have. Van Cleef Arpels. Overall, I could see this in my collection. Peace out, guys. Thanks for being on the journey. Be blessed.